Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the tower, y'all. Don't mind my mess. I am a mess today. I need to do something. I need to sing or something in the morning, get my voice going before I jump on here. Like, I've been up for hours, but I don't know. Don't talk that much in the morning. I'm running late today because I had to walk the dogs first because it is going to storm. It's supposed to storm all day today. Okay. I'm sorry. Got a lot going on here. All right, so we started out with do or do not. There is no try, which is Yoda. I was wondering if I still have my Yoda card up here, but I don't. I had a get out of jail free card with a Yoda on it. And my card's up there. We got they watch us dine on empty plates and drink from empty cups. Never underestimate the predictability of stupidity. You want a heart, you don't know how lucky you are not to have one. Hearts will never be practical until they are made unbreakable, but still I want one. And if someone wants to walk out of your life, let them go. And if they talk about you to someone else, or if they talk about someone who wrote this wrong, if they talk about someone else to you, they're talking about you to someone else. I got, what do you want? What do you want? And if you weren't stirring the bucket, you wouldn't have gotten shit on your shoes. There's definitely a bunch going on, man. Collective energies. I feel like it's this weird thing where it's like it's so quiet on certain levels, but so loud on others. What are we going with today? Like switching it up. I think we are going to use the No Drama Llama. One of these I had written on. I apologize. I know I'm so boring this morning. I am out of my head. I'm just seeing what the hell I wrote on these. Oh, jeez. I was not done. These are crazy. I am going to be working on making some more decks. We're going to use this one. Might use that one later. All right, y'all. Enough goofing around. I guess let's get to our 3D, 45D Oracle cards for today. Man, I'm telling y'all, I always have a whole bunch of stuff in my head to talk about, and then when I get on here, I'm like, nope, I don't want to talk about none of that. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Perfect timing. I just decided I've been kicking around at my desk here for a minute now. I was like, I should get the shuffling and start, and then boom, you showed up. I'm losing my mind. Losing my mind. How are you doing this morning? Let's see if I can get this lit. Losing my damn torches. Set myself on fire here. I think I have a fire extinguisher under my desk. Which, yeah, y'all, anybody who does this stuff, you should have little fire extinguishers for sure. Fire safety. My grandfather was a volunteer firefighter. Alright. 6 minutes. Well, I did read some cards already. Yeah, the energy is still weird. It is still weird. I forgot. Yeah, we got that Lionsgate portal and all that coming up. I forgot. Leo season. People say there ain't nothing to that Lionsgate portal, but I'm telling you, I did a whole thing with one a few years, the last retrograding season. I'm telling you, man, that is why I'm not doing nothing. I did a whole bunch of shit 2 years ago, so now I'm just letting this shit ride out right now, and I'm watching everybody else do their thing. I don't know. There's so much I wish I could talk about, but it's not my place to talk about it. But it's crazy. It's just crazy. See, I'm doing my best right now, actually. Like when I first met Susan, I started talking astrology and stuff to her. She was like, I don't want to know, I don't want to know. And now I know why she was like that, because I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know about the global flooding, and I don't want to know about, the wildfires, and I don't want to know about what's going on in politics, and I don't care what's going on with the violence, and I don't want to know. I don't care. I don't care. Everybody said it was coming, so why is everybody acting shocked now? It's just blowing my mind. I don't want to know. I don't care anymore. I've just been still going about the whole time. Creativity and loss. I was intrigued by the lost card. One, I just thought of something funny. They did a study on spiders, and apparently spiders can get high off of THC. And when they do, that's kind of what their webs look like. I don't know what we were looking it up for, but it was true. They said some of them would get halfway through a web and just leave because it got all messed up. And I feel like a lot of this is too the last retrograding cycle, and just the last 2 years with everything that went down in Capricorn. There has been a lot of overcoming addictions and things like that. A lot of sobering up to stuff. And it doesn't necessarily mean Like addictions can be so many different things. But I definitely get a sense of just like a lot of people weren't very clear when they started out. Some of the webs are messed up. I was terrified of spiders for the longest time. Believe it or not. And then what? One night I smoked a joint and stood there and watched a spider build a spider web for like 2 hours on my porch. And that cured my arachnophobia. I found something, just beautiful, and just how much work this thing put into building this web. And then I went to bed, woke up the next morning, went out there, and the web was all destroyed from bugs, right? It's all destroyed from bugs. And she had no choice but to go around and take down her web and rebuild another one, because that was a great spot, because it was right by the porch light. My daughter had one in between like the glass panes on her window one year. She was tripping out about it. And we watched Charlotte's Web, and then we talked about how it's catching other bugs from getting into her house, into her room, and blah, 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 blah. And she named it Charlotte. There is nothing I can do about the spiders here. Like, my grandmother was like, what's with all the spider webs? I'm like, live in the middle of a swamp, Nanny. Literally, there's woods there. There's woods there. There's nothing I can do about the spiders. All right, Miss Cat. Which one do you think we should use today? Oh, man, yeah, we got wolf spiders all over down here. We got wolf spiders, and then we've got orb weavers. Those are fun because they get huge. Their legs can be like the size of your hands. Their leg spans. They're freaky looking, man. The other reason I like the spiders and why I don't mind them being all around my yard is there are so many damn mosquitoes down here, so they help with that. We hang bat boxes. We like bats. The enemy of my enemy is my friend in the summertime down here. I like little huntsman spiders. Why? I don't kill them because they eat cockroaches and keep them from getting in my house. So do the frogs, but unfortunately all the frogs attract snakes. Why is that song in my head now? I don't like spiders and snakes. And that ain't what it takes. Old song. All right. If anybody new here, I'm doing a 3D 40 5D spread, Oracle cards. If you've hung in this long, then I'm sure you know what I'm doing by now. Anyway, this is just the main storyline that is affecting my collective web, our collective web, the 143. Shout out to the 143. 1413 on the clock there for that one. See, this is what we were talking about. There is a lot of changes going on. And I think what it is a lot of us are letting go of old timelines, but we're having a hard time of figuring out what the next timeline is, right? Or what you want to do with it. Now that you know that you're in control of it and you realize you can change it, now that you want to change it, what are you going to change it to? Trying to figure that out, right? You know, any changes that are going to be made will cause some conflict, right? I like this one, though, because it's never more with this 5 of Swords. So it's like, I feel like on the 3D timeline, there's like just these inevitable little battles that need to happen, right? And you got 10 of Pentacles and Jack of Pentacles at the end here, right? That's a lot of manifesting energy. As I was talking about, that Lionsgate portal coming up. The energy is building. That's what everybody's feeling. It's bubbling up right now. See? And even on the 40, there's still a lot of focus on working on skills, a lot of focus on getting brave enough to display skills, right? And having fun with it. There's still a lot of imbalance and confusion when it comes to messages of love. Good morning, mushrooms. Page of Pentacles. I like this, right? These two. Now, I always say the 40 is like the connected telepathic type of web, right? I definitely feel like the 3D had a lot of focus on a feminine energy there, right? With that Jack of Pentacles being a female at the end. But in the mind, on the telepathic connections, there's definitely these. And I feel like this is her trying to ground. And this is a telepathic connection that is not coming through clearly, as well intended as it is, right? And it's just causing confusion. It makes this person imbalanced. On the 5D, this person is stuck until there is justice. Just it. This person is stuck until there is justice. And I feel like that with that Jack of Pentacles at the bottom, for whatever you think they're trying to manifest, right? They're working through this shit, but there's justice that they're waiting to see. I feel like there's, right. But until then, what? Empress reversed. Queen of Cauldron reversed. 4 of Cauldron reversed. Just can't fucking get over it. 8 of Rods reversed. Just can't fucking move on from it. In the very end, justice. I also get a sense of repent and thou shalt be free, but I don't know. I feel like there's definitely too much confusion, and this person needs, right? Let's see, check my little source. Yeah, truth. That's it. Justice is truth. My truth about that cycle. It's 11. You know what, though? With this, like, the lost card and things like that, with loss and creativity, I think that's the distraction that's really messing up the web, right? That's what's blocking the creativity. It's just, I think a lot of people have dealt with seeing this, right? Seeing this just imbalance, right? It's like, why is it, right? We go around preaching this thing of, oh, be positive and project positivity. Do unto others as you would have done to you, and blah, 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 and karma, and things will balance out. And a lot of people don't feel like it's balancing out, right? A lot of people are waiting to see it balance out before they make any moves. And you're going to be waiting a long time for that, because waiting for that clarity from somebody else is just setting yourself into a mental trap. You got this lost card here. That door is wide open. The door is wide open. And I really just get a sense of it's time to just focus more on your creativity, right? There is a breach getting ready to happen, right? This energy everybody feels bubbling up right? So for those of us that feel it bubbling up and you're just like, I don't even know what I am supposed to be doing with this energy, don't worry about it. You're not the one that has to do anything with it. That's why you got all this stuff reversed until that freaking card flips over and the truth is revealed. Well, it's not up for you to reveal the truth, right? So what do you think the energy is doing to the other person? Oh my God, I bet their tongues are bleeding because they have been biting them so hard. Right? And now that goes into these, and I don't think you guys heard these, so I'm going to read them again before we go. We had started out with the Yoda, do or do not. There is no try, right? And that's kind of what I was getting on. It was like the energy of wanting to come on here some mornings is pretty hard, right? I don't feel up for it all the time. I have my down days too. I'm a person. I'm a human, right? I'm a female. I got hormones, right? We got, if someone wants to walk out of your life, let them go. Holding on brings you pain, right? I got, you want a heart. You don't know how lucky you are not to have one. Hearts will never be practical until they are made to be unbreakable. You guys know what that's from? It's from the Wizard of Oz. It's what the wizard tells the Tin Man. And the Tin Man cries back, but I still want one. Never underestimate the predictability of stupidity. Still wanting a heart, even though it's so totally impractical. If you weren't stirring the bucket, you wouldn't have got shit on your shoes. Don't start none, won't be none, y'all, right? So for those of you that are bubbling up and biting your tongues, be careful when you start spitting the truth. They watch us dine on empty plates and drink from empty cups. Yes, those that are faking, the rest of the collective can see how fake it is. If they talk about someone else to you, they're talking about you to someone else. If you engage with the gossip queen and you give them any information, just understand that information is going out there, right? Same thing with your Facebook walls. I don't understand this concept that seems to be so hard for people to understand, right? If you don't want no one to know about it, don't write it down. Don't put it on your Facebook wall. Don't send it in Messenger to your friends. Don't nothing. I mean, that was the lesson I learned in high school, passing notes. If you don't want no one to know, do not write it down. Not even in a journal. Unless you live in a super safe house. But I've never had that luxury. People have always been in my shit. Right? And then at the very end, I got, what do you want? This is hard thing, and this is what a lot of people are breaching the surface with, too, for real. It's a hard thing when you realize, one, you've manifested your whole life. You volunteered for this shit, and you're still continuing to manifest your life. And then you get to this point where it's like, well, you've been a people pleaser for so long, following the program for so long. Well, what do you want? You're like, never really thought about beyond just basic, what do you want? Like, I don't know, that's the truth for a lot of empaths. I've always rolled with the flow, and you've always rolled along with whatever was going on with the people around you, right? All right, let's see what we give her story time and our all signs. I don't know. I keep telling you guys, I am not perfect. I'm not nice. I really don't understand it. I don't. I'm not nice. Miss Shrooms knows. I've snapped at her a few times. Bless her heart. She came back. Elsa too. I'm not nice. And it's just, I get overwhelmed a lot because, I don't know, I guess I have an energy that people want to be around all the time, and it's hard because I need a lot of alone time. And I never get it. There's always somebody. There's It's always somebody. It's always the kids, or the dogs, or a Rob, or my mom, or there's always someone who needs time. I only got so much of it. I was always accused of being too open-hearted. And it was something I heard, was it Pete Saber say the other day? He was talking about when you have this heart center opening, you feel really attached and really good. And it's almost like that bubble love phase that Mel talks about, but it's just for you and yourself, right? And you feel amazing and you're collectively connected. And at one point 2 years ago, the energy was just, everybody was so high vibed. It was intense, right? After a while, it's just like anything else. You get so used to it, right? That it's just like, I don't know. People are like, I don't feel it anymore. And it's like, it's not that you don't feel it. It's just you're so used to it, right? Same thing with pain. You just get used to a certain, like if you suffer from chronic pain, eventually you have to learn how to numb your mind to it, right? And understand that pain isn't real, right? It's not actually real. It's nerves, right? It's nerves. It's just a synapses. It's just electrical vibrations traveling from an injury to your brain to allow your brain to know that there's an injury there. And once you go, okay, brain, I get it. It's there. I'm mindfully moving and understanding of my body and work through that. At least that's how I've done it. But new pain, just like anything else, Clover. And the same goes for joy. I mean, just think about it. I mean, like if you want to get to be gross about it, but like, I don't want to be gross about it, but still. When you get to like kink, sex and kinky stuff, right? People will go so overboard with it. There was a comedian that was talking about that. He's like, it's not that he's like, I don't have a problem with people who like ball clamps and things like that. He goes, but I'm terrified of trying it. He goes, what if I like it? He goes, what if I like it so much that I need ball clamps from now on to get off? He goes, and then how do I explain that to the next person I date when they want to go and get freaky with it and I need ball clamps in order to get it? See what I'm saying? Overstimulation. Good morning, Miss Ruth. You picked a very interesting time to step in. Talking about overstimulation. Good or bad, you know what I'm saying? Will numb you to it eventually. All right, we got the Six of Pentacles, luck and creativity. So we got creativity again, creativity. That's been a big message that a lot of people, I think Sarah Verbo, I was watching her the other day. I haven't seen her in forever. And she was doing that, I think, in the Aries thing. She was talking about getting creative, right? And I distinctly remember that when I first started this journey, like 6 years ago, when I first got back into tarot and all my stuff, I went for, I promised myself 15 minutes in the morning to meditate. And I promised myself that I would spend at least 1 hour a day on an art project. So I think a lot of people, you need to spend some time getting creative. Luck, creativity, and serendipity. In the story of Thumbelina, the heroine had to avoid unwanted suitors. One of them was a very nasty mole. Luckily for Thumbelina, she was kind to an injured swallow who in return saved her from the pursuing rodents. The bird left her in the forest where she could hide. Inspired by the beautiful clover, she made a bower for herself. Here in the clover card, our sweet little Thumbelina is asleep. Perhaps her dreams are showing her how to spark her fortunes even more. Thumbelina will be rewarded for creating her own luck, and so will you. Know that serendipity is smiling on you every time the clover turns up. When you see this card, look for opportunity cards nearby. That is where You will be blessed with fortune. Negative cards nearby can indicate that growth is not going to happen the way you might have hoped for. When the Clover card appears near ill-fated cards, it may mean that you are hiding from your own good luck. Be like Thumbelina and utilize this card of opportunity to make things go your way. Yeah. I was telling Rob the other day too, when we were out in the garden setting up my big table, and I was setting out all my crystals and stuff, and I was like, it's amazing. I started out on that little porch right across town, and all I had was this like itty bitty circle table, right? And I just had the bare minimums, I just had like a rock I found in the mountains, a candle for fire, a seashell for water, and like a little plant for earth, and that was my altar. That was all I had. And my first creative art project was that big goddess vase that I put on my altar all the time. Alrighty, let's get into what everybody's cards. I'm telling you, man, even it doesn't even have to be creating something. If you like to read and you haven't been able to read in forever, allot yourself an hour to read. See, I used to do a lot of my stuff like crocheting and reading and stuff like that at my son's doctor's appointments when he used to have a lot of private therapy. But since he goes to his private school and he's got extra long days, he does all his therapies in school now. So it's like I filled up all my time. And I didn't allot myself any extra time. I had a lot of time to just sit on my ass, and I don't have that anymore. I filled it all up. All right, Aries. We got the Two of Pentacles, the Six of Cauldrons, and the Three of Swords. All right. Definitely with that Lost card and the door there, right? Maintain your balance. That is the most important thing. If you're going to look back in the past, release it. Look upon it fondly, but release it, right? Understand. I love this Three of Swords. What? You're putting yourself in it. You're putting yourself. You can't put yourself in other people's battles. They're going to battle no matter what you do. So putting yourself into it, put yourself in the third party situation. And look, for real, that is a major issue that Aries have. What? We love everybody and everybody loves us. And unfortunately for narcissists, that's a huge issue. They're going to fight each other for your attention. And there's nothing you can do about it. So don't put yourself in it. Right? It hurts. Yeah, she's crying, but it's time to turn. Let them do what they're going to do. Look. For some of y'all Aries, man, this has been going on forever. I've got past life on past life on past life of two going at it. Taurus. Taurus. Taurus, we got the Queen of Cauldron, the Five of Swords, and the Two of Swords. And I like it, the Five of Swords is reversed. It's a matter of there's no need to continue. Embrace that loving, nurturing energy, right? Control your cup, regulate your own emotions, right? Stop engaging and running into battles that are not yours either, Taurus. You're right next to Aries, so you're very similar energetic-wise, right? Horns. So me and my mom are always cramming, right? Can't put two animals with horns together. Anyway, stop running into battles that aren't yours, and it's time to call some truce. It's time to call some truce. Gemini. Singing Mary Poppins whenever I say Gemini. You guys know the song? Jim Jiminy, Jim Jiminy, Jim Jim Jim. Da, 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 da. Definitely got something that you're working on here. We got the Wise One, which is the Hermit card. You got the King of Swords, and you got the Six of Swords reversed, though. Right? And so the Six of Swords is a rite of passage for me, and it's usually upright. It's like in this deck, it's like working through things on your own, right? The swords aren't in there, like they're things you got to get past. This way, I'm just getting a kind of a sense of this isn't so much a rite of passage, but whatever you're about to go through, make sure that you understand that this is 110% your decision to take this path, right? This is not the universe forcing you to do nothing. It's your choice right now. I'm a Gemini. Cancer's next. So I just did the Jiminy Roo song. Cancer. Actually sang for you for once, no point. Cancer. Count for the Cancerians. And have a good time, Cancer. Right? I just get this strong sense for you. It's what? You got to put yourself out there if you want to be found. What? How are they going to find you if you don't go outside? How are you going to have any serendipitous things happen if you never leave your house? You have to put yourself out there for serendipitous things to happen. Get creative. Leo. Leo. Definitely now said, when you get a lot of negative cards, it means that you're not, you're blocking yourself here. There's definitely, because you got the Sun card, you got the Four of Rods, which is the 11-11 card, right? And then you got the Five of Rods, right? So it's just like, and I mean, the Sun card reverse is this, you are the Sun energy. The Foundation's reverse. What's going on? And this card, I always feel like this is almost like a family that's fighting here, right? Guy looks like the Burgermeister. So you have the Burgermeister, you got the Jester, you got the Princess. I don't know if that's the Prince or what, but he didn't have a crown. But, you got 2 kids from the Emperor card, right? Everybody's just swinging sticks. And it's caused because of this. But there's missing some warmth and vitality here. And there's definitely something up with that frequency, right? That foundation, your home foundation frequency. I think it could be this. Like, when these cards show up reverse, that means you have the potential to turn them around, right? But you're going to have to turn this around first, Leo. Well, Leo, you're not being very Leo-y, right? I mean, I'm a Leo rising. That's the thing about fire signs. Aries are like a laser beam, right? I always say Sagittarius are like sparkling galaxy type energy, right? Just stare at it, but there's a lot of sparkly lights, but there's also a lot of black holes type deal. And Leos are like roaring fires, man, that people like to hang around, right? And watch. You feel warm when you're near the fire, and you feel cold when you move away from it. But I just don't feel like you've been very warm lately. Now, I'm not sure if that's because someone hasn't been stoking your fire, or if someone's been smothering it. But you need to figure out, right? Whatever that engagement is where everybody's battling each other, you've got to figure out where you can change something in your own reactions to break the cycle of arguing. All right. Sorry. It was a long one for Leo. Virgo. Fire needs a lot of room itself, too. Fire does need O2 to roar, but also too much oxygen can smother a fire as well. Right? Just think about how you can how easy it is to blow out a candle. If a fire sign doesn't have a lot of fire going on and they're struggling it's really easy to blow out their candle. All right, Virgo, you got karma. You got the world reversed. You got the Knight of Swords reversed. So if things aren't going your way right now, they're going your way right now. That's what I get, right? I just got to mindful here of, like I said, when the cards are reversed, you have the opportunity to turn them upright. There's definitely something playing out that I believe is out of your control at this point. But you got the world reversed, which means you have the opportunity to break a cycle, or you have an opportunity to go ahead and lock yourself back in. And it's all going to be dependent on, can you watch your fucking mouth? I love Virgos, but you guys have a freaking harmony. I know everything. But when you do speak sometimes, man. And this is not just about your words, right? Air energy is thoughts and words. So thinking nasty things is that too. Right? Be mindful of what thoughts you're projecting, of what words you're saying about others, especially in the spiritual community. All right, we talk about those telepathic connections. Mindful what you're doing. Libra. And just like I said, if things are falling apart, and that's what the card was saying, if things are falling apart, they're meant to fall apart. So, it's your karma. Pay your debts, so don't. My mouth has been an issue my whole life, too. Libra. Which I openly admit to. Speaking of Libras, it's something I've done to Luna, man. That Libra talks so much. I distinctly, there's been times I was just grab her by her shoulders. For the love of God, please stop talking. I can only handle so much energy, y'all. Air signs trip me out. Libra, I got the Ten of Cauldrons reversed, the Fool, and the Queen of Rods reversed. So this is not a happy home life right now, right? That I'm picking up on. Definitely got what? This is the abuse. This is the abuse and neglect card here with the Fool. It's the drama card. It's the willingly engaging and maintaining and building drama. And it's up to you whether you want to walk away from it or not, or whether you want to continue to keep engaging in it. It's up to you, right? I got the Queen of Rods reversed. All this is wearing you down. All this is wearing you down. Right? Ooh. I just got the Sarah Evans song. What? If he's going to leave, let him leave. If he's going to go, let him go. If he's going to walk, he's going to walk. He'll only leave you better off. And that song, it's called Better Off. Right? And I also get a strong sense if it goes the other way. If you want to go, go. Scorpio. Scorpio. Scorpio, we definitely got some defending, but I feel like you're defending your cup. Yeah, defending your cup. And you got the Seven of Pentacles here, right? Fruition, reaping what you sow. And I love the Seven of Pentacles because I do say reap what you sow. It goes, if you've been planting positive seeds are coming in. I feel like you're defending that, right? I've made positive moves and I'm not going to backstep on any of these things, right? And you're maintaining, right, emotionally regulating yourself, using big words here. Protecting your cup. Yep. Just continue to do that with that Clover card. Those seeds you planted will be producing stuff here soon. There's energy coming up. I guess I'm going to have to look up the Lionsgate portal now that I'm all on thinking about it. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. You've been behaving yourself, Sag. No, I don't think so. Oh, nope. Have not been behaving yourself. Sometimes it's a bit too much partying. And too much partying is how you get the wool pull over your eyes. And it's how you get distracted from what you're supposed to be doing. All right. You want changes to start coming in, you got to start making the moves yourself as well there, Sag. Capricorn. Time to get creative with it. Cappy. I don't know why, but this song, It's Not Over, popped into my head here, right? We got the clothes reversed. We've got the 10 of Cauldrons. And we've got the 3 of Pentacles reversed. Something about messages not even getting made or sent. In a sense, it's got a lot to do with communication skills here. But there's definitely something that's not got closure. There's no closure to it. Right? They always get this weird thing, too, with the closure thing. It's like sometimes you just don't get closure. You have to create closure in your own mind. I love the people who say that. How's that working out for y'all? Right? Everybody's obsessively thinking about something. But I do get the sense that whatever it is, it's not over and there is massive potential for it still. Who is that? Capricorn? Aquarius. Aquarius. Okay, I have any Aquarius placements. I have next to no air in my chart, actually. I've gone over my chart. Actually, I think I did a whole thing about doing your chart, and I explained mine. That's all I can do. Aquarius, what you got here? It's pretty funny. Okay. I find them funny. I just, like I said, I got so many different timelines that I'm running for people here. I find it hysterical, right? Now, on my desk, they're like this because I think it's important where it shows where people are facing in the cards. It's one of the reasons I like Scorpio Spy because the way she holds her camera. You see them the way she's looking at them. Anyway, there's definitely a lot of moving on from the drama, the gossipers, right? Who is in charge here, right? What's going on? I always say that the emperor is not a king. The kings pay tribute to the emperor, right? He's got to be smart enough to delegate the decisions. Emperors play games like chess. They understand where all the chess pieces are. They understand where everybody's moving, right? That's why it's the Aries card too. I like to use my friend Elsa. Like her husband's a truck driver. Like one of the reasons he's so good at driving trucks is because when he's sitting up and he looks over the traffic, he can pay attention and almost see and understand what everybody's going to be doing before they start doing it, right? Third party situations as well, right? It's your choice. It's your choice to engage in them. It's your choice. The Three of Swords card for me is anything. It's jealousy, it's envy, it's whatever. You're jealous of somebody else's relationship, you're jealous of a guy for whatever reason, you know. When it's men, they're jealous of each other for whatever reason with the females involved. And it's all kinds of weird shit, right? It's a negative frequency. And you choose to engage in it, right? If other people around you are doing it, you know, you don't have to. Right? It's the whole thing. What is it? If a guy's jealous that another man hit on his girlfriend, it's because secretly he's insecure and feels like she deserves better. Pisces. Also insecure that you don't trust your partner. You know, there's a meme that goes about with that too. It talks about that. It's like, you know, if someone calls your partner or whatever, you know, if you call my boyfriend, I'm just going to assume that he gave you his number. You know what I'm saying? If you're flirting with my boyfriend, I'm going to assume that he has left that door open and never told you to stop or has engaged in flirting with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to blame the other people in this situation. You know, it's up to your partner's response and reaction, right? So if you're insecure and jealous because someone hit on your partner, it's because you're scared they're either going to take that, you're insecure that they're going to leave you, or you're just insecure. Jealousy is a bum frequency. I dealt with that for a long time in my life. Divorced my first husband, married my second husband, even though they were friends their whole lives, even though they both knew that I never cheated on my first husband, they still fucking acted like children and were battle royale, right? They couldn't fucking be around each other. It sucked. They made everything weird and uncomfortable and just ruined it. Pisces. That's Three of Swords for me. Pisces. See how my crazy cat ladies are doing. The Star reversed. I got blood on that card. You have the Star reversed here. You have the Star reversed. You have the Ten of Cauldrons and you got the Ace of Cauldrons. So I'm just getting a really strong sense of what? You're like, I can't figure it out. I can't calculate what the hell I'm supposed to do. I can't, whatever. I can't see it. I don't know if I'm watering the ground I stand on and watering this. And I don't even know if I'm supposed to be watering anything right now. And I don't know. Don't worry about it. What, you're heading towards the Ten of Cups? Just keep operating from your heart center. Just keep operating from your heart center. Just keep mindfully living. Just keep every moment when you don't know what to do, there's always something that you can do, right? Even if you feel like there's nothing left to do because you've already done OCD, organized everything in your freaking house and life, right? Well, then guess what it's time for? Ooh, should knock over the camera. It's time to get creative. Time to get creative with it. Change your furniture around, change your house around, paint something, do something, move around, do something. Right? Aye. Well, that was interesting today. Buttons and bells, y'all. You know I appreciate that shit. I love you guys. Thank you guys for showing up, as always. It's much more fun when there's people here. I don't feel like such a weirdo talking to myself. I said, there's this thing with the hospitals, right? And I've noticed it a lot. There's always groups that volunteer to make things. One time they had these little baskets of just really simple stuffed animals, and I was like, they're like, oh, these are for the kids that come in. This nursing home makes these stuffed animals for them, and they just donate them here, and then they can give them away, right? When my daughter was born, she was a meconium baby, so she was in the NICU for like 4 days. And when I was in there, they had these little drawers of baby clothes, and they were like, this one woman makes doll clothes, makes doll baby clothes for preemie babies, so that especially if they pass, they have like really nice little tuxedos and suits and dresses and things like that, all in like super duper preemie sizes. There's so many ways that you could do such little things with your time, and you're like, well, what am I going to do with all this stuff? You'd be surprised. What? You thought you were going to make doll clothes and sell them online, and now you have a overstocked inventory of all these little tiny clothes? Something that you could do with them. Right? Crocheted a bunch of stuff and you don't know what to do with it, go donate it to a shelter. Just getting a message of don't hoard old timelines. Right? Turn them into something beautiful. If you're super lonely, you got nothing else to do, and you would love to have an animal, but you can't, go volunteer at your local shelter. Pick an animal. What? I'm going to pick this timid little dog, and I'm going to come back every week at the same time for an hour and just love on this little thing until it gets out of here. Can't find any helpers, go be a helper. All right, we got the protection symbol here. Strong protective magic for the home, for the family and the home, with the helm of awe. We got the sun, golden. The golden energy of the sun brings fame and fortune. It is peak sun season, y'all. Time to use that sun energy. Right? We got the star. The silver energy of the star brings good luck and serendipity. I'm telling you, man, I can't make this stuff up. I cannot make this stuff up. There goes the serendipity again. Fame and fortune, luck and serendipity. Even if it doesn't feel like that's what's going on right now, right? Focus on just protecting your family and your home. Those that are most important to you. Don't worry about everybody else. That was cool. I looked up and it was 33333. Very cool. All right. I love you guys so much. Find something to do with your day. Get out there. And that's what I was saying too. What was it? Cancer? You got to get out there, man. If you want to make stuff happen, you got to get out there and make it happen. I would have never met Susan and done what I have done and done everything that I do up at the Zen Den had I never gone out and talked to the woman and been open to the opportunities that she gave me, right? I'd have never experienced any of that. You got to get out there. So if you want to meet new people, if you have no friends and you're lonely and you don't know what else to do, take a class. Go to goat yoga. Go by yourself. Go to a museum. Go someplace of interest to you. Go take yourself out on the date of your dreams. Go wine and dine yourself. Go do what you would do. What would you do if you could go out on a date right now and go do that? What, you have no money? Fine then. What would you do if you had no money and you wanted to go out on a date? Go take a sunset walk on the beach with your bare feet and just talk to the universe, man. Let it hold your hand for a little bit, right? Let it bring you in. Let it take the losses away and bring in some creativity for y'all. I love y'all. There's a breach about to happen. Blessed be all those who walk these weird and winding paths with me. I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. I'll be back just as soon as I can. I promise. I can't promise tomorrow morning. I think the kids are going to be here at 7. But I will do my best to get something up for you tomorrow. All right?